I almost didn't post half of these videos that I posted, and I almost didn't even post today. But here we are, 50 videos later and counting. Hey guys, welcome back to The Anchor Show. My name is Andrew, and this video marks my 50th video on YouTube, not including shorts. And I just want to reflect on the journey real quick with you all and share my experience thus far. So let's take it all the way back to the very beginning, right? YouTube is something that I've always wanted to do for years, but I never really got started until I felt convicted. I felt convinced enough that this is something that I needed to do, and this is a calling for me. And that's when I had the courage to do it. For those who know me personally, I'm not the out there type of person. I live a private life. I don't like to put myself out there in front of people. However, this is something I felt I needed to do, hence why I did it. And, the journey started out with optimism, like most journeys. And I started out, kind of blindly, not quite sure exactly where I'm headed and what I'm doing. I know what outcome I wanted. I know the ultimate result that I wanted from doing this, which is to motivate, uplift, and inspire people, and also creating a community that support men with dealing with everyday life issues and struggles, especially issues surrounding mental well-being and emotional maturity and so on and so forth. So that was my goal from the beginning. And I knew back then that this is the reason why I'm doing this. However, there is something about YouTube that many people don't understand. If you don't have a YouTube channel, then you probably won't know this. YouTube, just like almost any other social media platforms, it's very tricky. What I mean by that is it takes time to grow. The one thing for sure is that every and any type of content that you're going to put out there is an audience for that content. However, in order for that content to reach its intended audience, there's a lot that you have to do. And if you're not really tech savvy and you don't understand all the little different nuances, you can just be posting videos after videos after videos and get no traction. And the same can be said, even when you know what you're doing, you could still be posting and get no traction. Now, if you've never been in that position before, let me tell you, it is emotionally crippling, or it can be. There were times in the past where I felt like, what's the point in posting? Because when you post a video, because another thing too that most consumers don't realize, posting these videos is a lot of work, right? Because as I'm sitting here right now recording this video, there's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into it, right? If the video is, say, 10 minutes long, the original video is probably about 15 or 20 minutes long, and it was cut down to the 10 minutes, deleting all the unnecessary stuff, right? So it's a lot of work that goes into these videos, and then you put in all that work, you post the video, you get 5 views, 10 views, you get no views, etc., etc. That type of stuff can be very demotivating. And there were also times when I wasn't feeling well, like right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but right now I am, trying to kind of getting rid of, the flu, but I'm not feeling my 100% best self right now physically, but I'm still here showing up. And there were times in the past when I had to make videos while I wasn't really feeling my best self, but I did it anyways, because one of the things that I talk about on this channel is persistency and consistency, right? Showing up in moments when sometimes you don't even want to, right? You're not always going to feel the motivation to show up and to do what needs to be done. But if you're going to win in life, you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. You have to be willing to push through those difficult moments and to just show up and do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. The other thing too is, going back to the audience, your audience also drive your motivation. So I'm here to motivate people. I'm here to inspire and uplift people. I'm here to give people different perspectives on just life and the daily struggles that we deal with as men in society. And when it feels like or appears that my words are falling on deaf ears, basically no one's watching the videos or not enough people are watching the videos, of course, even I myself can be demotivated in those moments. But on the other hand, when you guys watch my videos, and especially if you're commenting and liking and sharing and things of that nature, that in return motivates me, right? Because it tells me that, okay, this is going somewhere, this is making an impact, a positive impact, which is what my intention is. So that motivate and inspire me in return to keep going. And so here I am 50 videos later, and it's been a great journey so far. I started out with a few subscribers, and those few subscribers came from just friends and family who I reached out to. That's not something that I really like to do or intend on doing, but I, again, just showing up, doing what needs to be done, putting my pride aside. And those were my very few first subscribers, but now I am up over, I want to say 8,000 plus subscribers, and that is a big deal to me because it means that what I'm doing is working. Someone somewhere came across one of my videos and was inspired enough to say, hit that subscribe button, right? And of course, for those who don't know, the more subscribers you have, eventually it's the better things get, because it means that your channel is growing, and the more your channel grows is the more YouTube pushes your videos out, and the more people watching your videos, it's the better it is for you as a channel, because then eventually you start getting paid for your work. So it's a beautiful thing to see the growth thus far, and I hope that each and every one of you watching this video right now is inspired by my journey, right? Because sometimes in life, when you decide to do something, not everyone is going to support it, not everyone is going to understand it, but if it's your goal and if it's your dream, go ahead. Don't let no one tell you you can't. Don't let no one tell you that you shouldn't. As long as you've done your research and you can understand and the value of what you're doing and the impact it's going to have on people's lives and what it's going to do for you as well, let no one stop you. And keep in mind, this life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. YouTube especially is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Majority of people who succeed on YouTube and who turn their YouTube channel into like a full-time business, majority of these people, it took them years, and so it is a marathon, not a sprint. And in a marathon, you can't go 100 miles an hour in the beginning, because then you're going to be burnt out and you won't be able to successfully complete, right? So if you're pursuing anything in this life and it seems like you're not getting any traction, it's always a good thing to sort of like reevaluate. One of the things I had to do was, when I look back at my earlier videos, is like, okay, what am I doing with my editing? And I eventually got better with my editing, and I'm not going to say that I'm a pro right now, but I feel like my editing is much better now than they were in the very beginning when I started out. And I've learned how to just kind of simplify things. So if you're on a journey of any sort and things might not feel or seem as though they're going at the pace you would want them to go, don't be discouraged. And if you are discouraged, just remember that at any moment things can change, right? You have to realize life is not necessarily static. Things are always ever moving and ever changing. Even if it doesn't appear to be changing in your world, it still is changing. You just have to get in alignment with that change, and then you'll start to see the results that you desire. So I am going to continue to grow. I am going to continue to post. I'm going to continue to uplift and inspire. I'm going to continue to make adjustments to make sure that the quality of the videos I'm putting out, then the content and everything is being impactful positively. So, I just want to say thank you to all of the subscribers for being a part of my journey and contributing by subscribing and watching my videos and liking. One thing that I would love to see more of is comments. I really would love to see more comments from viewers so that we can have a really good engagement going, right? So people are asking questions, people are leaving their opinion, etc. I would love to see more of that as we move forward. But I'm going to continue to post. I'm going to continue to motivate, uplift, and inspire. If you guys ever have any questions, thoughts, comments, opinions, feel free to drop that in the comment section. I would be happy to hear from you and I will respond, right? I'm not getting overwhelming amount of comments at this point where I can't respond to everyone. And that's where I would love to be. But until then, I will respond to every single one. So I just wanted to take this time today to say thank you to those who subscribed. And if you are not yet a subscriber and you're watching this video and you have watched previous videos and you enjoy my content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like and share button. Share this with someone that you think would benefit from hearing my story and following my journey. Until the next one, guys, as always, let us continue to grow, evolve, and transform into the best version of ourselves. Peace.